Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today it's actually kind of slow news day in a manner of speaking because by next week we should be dipping our toes into Strixhaven. I'm actually looking forward to it, but which means that kind of right now there isn't that much in the way of new interesting events. There is a historic challenge going up, but I am not very confident. I usually try to avoid spending 10,000 gold in an event that you need to have like about 10 plus wins, or that has a range of up to 10 plus wins. And here I am. I'm about to spend 10,000 gold in a format that I'm not exactly enthused with. This is, Kaldheim draft. But I'm going to do it one more time just to say goodbye and maybe good riddance, but mostly to say goodbye. So we're going to cash in our 10k, and we're going to see how things are going. I wasn't exactly planning to do this. I was just planning to let the week go by, just regular gameplay and all that. But funny story time. Today I ran into 3 Tybalt's Trickery decks in a row in standard best of 1. Nope, it doesn't mean I didn't get run over by them. In fact, quite the opposite. So I'm gonna try to narrate the story as I go along. But first things first, sad me. I don't really want to take the rare. Unfortunate. We have the best black common, but that's about it. Do I really want to get into black? Probably not, but then again, yeah, because we're also passing an Elder Fang Disciple. Best pick is probably the Axeguard Braggart. I do like getting one of these uncommons though, but you know what? Let's try go super aggro. I'm gonna take the Braggart here. Anyway, as I was saying, so what happened? The first match, basically, opponent Tybalt's Trickery. They cast a Stonecoil Serpent for 0. They cast Tybalt's Trickery. I think they mill a few of a few really good cards that I would probably auto concede if they actually landed, and our opponent cast the Tormod's Crypt. They stayed in for one more turn, but it looks like they had the hand with it, but kind of a pass. Ooh, I want more copies of this, but I'm actually trying to play to win here, so. Okay, funny enough, I was listening to the Sunset Show on Limited Resources. Not Marshall, not a fan of this. However, I don't exactly want to go into the spells plan here. Let's see if we can go sort of aggro. Probably prefer this over Ascent. So I'm gonna take the Fall of the Imposter. Probably a very big mistake, but I'm not exactly enthused by the other cards. We got Iron Verdict as removal, so I'm probably gonna take that. Looking for anything reasonably good. There's a God's Hall Guardian, which is fine. Jaspera's Sentinel's actually quite good if we're able to get a lot. It's a good way to fit our colors here, so I might actually take that, but I think I want to take the removal first. Yeah, let's take the removal first. So, yeah, that first match, our opponent did not spent one turn. I think they had one half of the combo yet again, but they didn't get it, so they conceded on the spot. Second match, opponent goes for the combo the first time. They flip up a Tybalt's Trickery, so that's a whiff. The next turn they go for the combo again, and they hit Coma. But under most circumstances, that's probably an auto concede. But at that time, I actually definitely want to struggle for Skemfar. Yeah, it looks like white is slightly drying up here. I guess King Harold's Revenge is fine. I think I want to take the struggle first though. So yeah, so opponent has a Coma, but by that time I had 2 copies of Improbable Alliance. Yes, I was playing the. Okay, definitely want to take this. Probably want to take the Rune of Might, but take note we only have 1 creature right now. I feel like I'm incentivized to take this, but I think we can take the Rune of Might first. Yeah, let's take the Rune of Might first. We might end up shifting towards green anyway. Oh, hey, we were just talking about you. Tybalt's Trickery. No. I actually would prefer Scorned Effigy at this point over this one. Maybe we could get in the wheel. And let's see. Starting to dry up a bit, but we might want to start looking into splash options, so Alpine Meadow is a good place to start. And the Charm Story Seeker, always good, so we're definitely taking that one. So yeah, I was saying, yeah, I had 2 copies of Improbable Alliance. I was able to produce enough tokens, and It seems like our opponent was so intent on dealing damage too that they were sacking their 3/3s to tap down my 1/1s. Which meant that I just had 1/1s delayed but not denied. Ooh, wow, the blue is underrepresented. I should start taking... I should be on the lookout for some blue cards. But I'm going to take the Jespera Sentinel first. So what happened was I managed to get... Opponent got me down to a low life total. I got our opponent down to a low life total. And I had... And opponent probably conceded. They figured I had a Sended Flare in hand by that time. Which actually was correct. So there. Second win against Tybalt's Trickery that day. Third match. So take note. This was back to back to back. Third match. Opponent plays Temple, Temple. So far so good. I managed to get a Flourishing Fox out early. Turn 3 casts goes for the combo. They mill... I think they mill a bunch of good stuff, including a Genesis Ultimatum, and guess what they hit? Chromatic Orrery. So it's probably bad for us if our opponent had the combo in hand already. Had another card that they can cast, because I think they'd be 1 mana shy. No, they would have 7 mana at that point. They'd be at 8. Yeah, they would have had it. Woodland Chasm's interesting, but I probably should take something relatively aggressive. Codespell Cleric or Doomscar Oracle. Or even Starnheim Courser is not so bad, considering we have a Fall, a Rune, a Scorn Effigy. Well, okay, Scorn Effigy not so much. I'm going to stay away from the cast too. I'm going to take the Starnheim Courser. Let's see if we can make something out of that. Probably... There's a Raven Wings, which is probably better than nothing. I could always just take one of these, but let's take one of the Raven Wings on the side. We did take the Starnheim Courser already. Okay, Herald's Revenge. We'll take it late. And Warhorn Blast. We can foretell it. Probably not gonna run it though. Draugr Taw Thief's always good. And Smashing Success. So note we have a way to splash. Oh wow. Okay, there's a Spectral Steel that I really don't want. There's a Blightstep Pathway that I do want. But unfortunately, we're not draft. There's a Demon Bolt, which is obviously one of the better picks. I'm not that too deep on either one of these colors, so I could actually just wait to see what else is better. I might just start taking the Demon Bolt here. Yeah, let's just do that. So our opponent there hits Chromatic Orrery on their first go. So it's all's fine. I play out some more creatures. Next turn, our opponent goes for the combo again. So in 3 matches, I've seen 5 times the Tybalt's Trickery combo. Opponent mills a Garruk Cursed Huntsman, and they hit a Vorinclex, which usually is good. Okay, I'm definitely taking the Provoke the Trolls. It's somewhat removal. It's either that or Frostbite. Frostbite is probably a plan. There's also Sarul's Packmate, which is very good. I don't want to pass this. But let's take the Provoke. Wow, the pathways are coming around. There's an Elven Bow, which actually turns out is not so bad. Could take the... It's also a Snow-Covered Forest, not so much. Haggy Mob, probably a good top end. I wouldn't mind taking that. We'll take... Yeah, because it doesn't really combo with the Starnheim Courser either. I'll take the Haggy Mob. Okay, so now we're getting a bunch of other stuff. I'm definitely going to take the Glade Warden here, but we should start paying attention to our creature types. Actually, not so much. We don't have to. It's not the same as the blue ones where if you have 2 or more, you get a bonus. And it's 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, so we could kind of get away with it here and whatnot. So we have a use for our Alpine Meadow. Yeah, unfortunately, we did not take a single rare this time, so I'm pretty much playing to win here, but not so much. I don't know if we actually can. Oh yeah, speaking of playing to win, our opponent hit a Vorinclex, but another Provoke. Yeah, let's take another Provoke. hit a Vorinclex, but by then we already had a 4/4 Fox, and I already just played the 2/2, and I played the 2/2. What's the name of that card? The one that deals damage. Oh wow, another provoke the trolls. I guess we're provoking trolls today. I could also just take a Lindworm. We can ditch the white half of our deck for the most part. But a lot of our good cards are in white. So let's actually commit to the red even more. We could go red-white here. There's a Forging the Tyrite Sword. That's not a reason to go red-white. There's a Grizzled Outrider. I might take that instead. Like, yeah, we can make treasure tokens out of it, but it's probably not the best. Okay, so we're at pick 8. There's another Scorn Effigy. There's a Funeral Longboat. There's a Master Scald, which we can use to get back, say, the Fall or some of our cards. I probably would not run Axgard Cavalry, though we should be paying attention. I think I'll just take another Scorn Effigy here. Hey, we got a rare back. We already have one Haggy Mob, so I'm gonna just take the Blightstep Pathway. Yeah, let's complete that set. Let's see. Not Fine Recluse. Yeah, we'll take the Yeah, we're still more likely to be green than white, so we'll take the Recluse. Also a good reason to take Glittering Frost or Elven Bow. I'll take the Bow this time. Actually, it gives us a 2/3 creature. It's not too bad. This is 2/3 with Reach, right? Yeah, it'll give us a 2/3 with Reach for 3 mana, so it's not too bad. Let's hate out the Bind the Monster. So yeah, what is the saying? Yeah, I survived 3 matches against Tibalt's Trickery. I was actually going insane at that time. It's like, oh come on, not again! Another Tibalt's Trickery. What? Game's out to get me? Well, more like game's out to try to teach a lesson of some sort. So unfortunately, the other pathway did not wheel. I don't want the second Raven Wings. I'll take the Invoke. We have to also be... Yeah, we have way too many non-creatures at this point, so we should be taking a look at our options. Like, oh, definitely taking this one. This one produces creatures, so it's actually very good. The other alternative is Vela, which is also great, but we don't exactly have a top end that we're trying to cast into, so... Maskwood Nexus is annoying enough that I probably will take it. Also, I could use an actual rare for once. So I might end up cutting the Raven Wings. I might end up cutting... Okay, Struggle's fine. I have to decide between Struggle and Iron Verdict. I probably will not run both. So far, it looks like Iron Verdict's the one that gets cut. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of removal. Well, 6 if we count King Harold's Revenge, but this probably also is an easy cut. Got an Arnie Broken Brow. I've always been trying to get this one to work, but last time I drafted him, I never got him. This might be the chance to do it now. Though our mana's a bit all over the place, but any excuse to start cutting down white, I will take it. So yeah, let's take this one. I guess we can cut down the... Okay, let's not cut the Story Seeker. Axgard Braggart still quite good. Starnkheim Courser not so good. I can cut that one. We have way too many 4s here, but do note that some... Oh, wow. Okay, we're taking Showdown the Skulls. There's no reason not to take that. So, we got rewarded with a bunch of rares. I'm not going to take that. I will take the Craven Hulk. It's either that or Squash. Squash is fine. We don't... We have a way to make giants here. Technically, we have another main giant here. Yeah, let's... No, I'll take the Craven Hulk. It's a lot safer. We need to have actual bodies. So with that, we're still looking for cards to cut here. Like... Okay, Guardian Gladewalker is good. Also counts as a giant. There's an actual giant Cinderheart giant. That one's kind of fine. I'll take the Guardian Gladewalker for now. So we will cut the Story Seeker. Let's just cut the white except for Showdown. Let's cut it like that. Let's do it like that for now. Oh, we also have a Fall of the Imposter. This one's actually cuttable. So I'm going to cut it like this for now. We'll see if we can get enough green-red cards to fill up the gap like this. Also looking for... Like, there's another Rune of Might. There's Dwarven Reinforcements. There's Broken Wings as a sideboard card. Shackles of Treachery. I got killed by this one time, so that might be fine. I definitely don't want another Rune of Might. Dwarven Reinforcements does count as a creature. Let's hit another 4. Let's hit another 4. Well, it's better than the other one. I'll take that. We got a Finn. That will hold the line for a long time. We got Guardian Glade Walker too. We'll take the Finn. Hold on. Now at pick 8, we do have a Cinderheart Giant and we do have a Squash. I want to have at least one big card here, like a Cinderheart. That one's fine, but I also like the idea of having Squash. Because our big cards now is just Haggy and Grizzle. Yeah, we'll take the Cinderheart for now. Hey, we got Svella back! I'm definitely taking Svella this time. Svella, poop ice tokens. So, we got open the Omen Paths, but we're probably going to take another Dwarven Reinforcements, so have to... Arachnoform, not great. Okay, have all copies of that. I'll take the Funeral Longboat, but I probably will not run it. Invoke, run ashore, Raven Wings. Yep, not so much there. Yeah, so our mana's a bit... Well, technically our mana's not too much all over the place. We're just splashing for white. And we're literally splashing for one card. So technically we are at 15 and 9. We do have to make one cut. Oh, we got the Cinderheart Giant back again. I will take that. Kinda wish I took the Squash now. We'll take the Shackles of Treachery. That might be a plan. So before we play this out, we need to readjust the curve here because it's not what it looks like. First, we will put the Alpine Meadow in though. I think I only want one plains here, so it's one plains, one forest. Nope, it's actually one plains, one mountain. So we're going heavy on the mountains, which probably does not look like a good plan. We'll go one plains, one forest. So it's like 8, 8, 2. Now, we will take... So let's re-examine the curve here. Elven Bow is actually a 3-drop. So we'll move that there. Demon Bolt we can foretell, so that's a 2. Scorn Effigies we can foretell, that's a 2. Struggle is... We'll leave it at 4 because we don't exactly want to foretell all of them. Dwarven Reinforcements kind of is a 2. So this is what our curve really pretty much looks like, more or less. We really need to hit 4 mana because a lot of our good stuff is there. A lot of our removals at 4. Jasper's Sentinel by itself not quite gonna cut it, so I'm tempted. So I guess 17 lands is fine. I'm actually tempted to go 18 just to ensure we hit our mana drops. We do have to make one cut already though. It's probably gonna be a non-creature, so this one creatures probably just cut the Struggle for Scamfar. We do have big creatures, but it's either that or we cut one Provoke. I'll cut one Provoke for now because it's 4 mana, 3 damage. It is to any target though, so that's something to consider. Because what the Struggle, it's put a +1/+1 counter, then that there's a fight, so that one's fine. I'm tempted to cut one more card just to add one more mana. I don't know how correct that is, but we'll start with this for now. It's kind of like a Naya mid-range deck. I don't know how great we're gonna do, but you know what? This is gonna be pretty much my last draft of Kaldheim, so I'm going to make the most out of this. I'm not too sure how well we're going to do, but we're going to try our best. We're gonna try our darnest. Hey, we got everything, so that's a start. I definitely want to lead off on the white-red. We do need one more mana to hit any of these though, but at least we got free foretell. We're pretty much leaning on our early foretell cards to do stuff. Okay, we hit our 4 mana, so that's the good news. So I don't know what... Okay, opponent's playing red-black. Oh, he even hits Vela, so you know what? We'll lose this Vela first. And, oh yeah, we can play this, it's free. Then next turn, I can decide between Showdown. Probably I want to save the Showdown for last. It's a Scary Firewalker. Yeah, let's start the beach right now. Opponent hits their 4-drop. No, hits their 4th land. They haven't hit their 4-drop quite yet. They probably have... Okay, Demon Bolt. That's... Yeah, that's fine. So we hit 5 mana, so... Yeah, we're on curve. So we can... We have a 1-shot hit any target. Opponent has a Fin. I don't feel like trading. I also don't feel like playing Showdown when I don't have that much mana quite yet. But it does allow me to start putting stuff on top of here. Yeah, let's do it. We might hit... At least it gets us our land drop and we can... Yep, it gets us our land drop. And we will just play the Glade Walker now. I'll take the cheap trade. Then next turn we can play Craven. Next turn we can play Craven Hulk and Dwarven and foretell the Dwarven reinforcements. Opponent looks like they're holding on to something. I guess we put it here. Opponent might... Okay, they didn't have a counter spell. I'll swing first because we might have to boast. Feed the Serpent. Do I boast? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're gonna have 8 mana, so we're gonna just boast. Ping our opponent for 1. Get the aggro train going a little bit. So next turn I want to cast the reinforcements into Maskwood Nexus. So Showdown the Skull's giving us some good advantage. Opponent digging for Herald. They whiff. Frostpeak Yeti. I'm gonna put the counter here. And we're gonna cast the Maskwood Nexus. Put the counter here. Doesn't have haste, but the point is have something that can stay behind to block. I want to see how our opponent decides. Okay, they're just gonna mass block this way. Does our opponent have snow-covered mana? They do. But they're a long ways from killing us with it yet, so we'll snipe the Harrowed. Also known as famous last words. At least we can start making tokens if we have to. That's a good way to catch up. Opponent has... Okay, Scamfar Shadow Sage. Gains some life. They can swing in for 3 and we can just start swinging back. Yeah, no, they're gonna hold back. Hit our Elven Bull. I will swing with everything here. Well, this one not so great, but... Plan is to start putting our opponent under pressure. At the very least, we take our opponent down by 2 damage. Okay, opponent's going to snipe the smaller creatures. Maybe that might be a bit premature if our opponent has a board wipe. So the plan now is just to... Well, our opponent could start building up a board, but we can also build up a board. That's the kind of good news. We're kind of just waiting to hit one of our burn spells, I guess. Opponent name's green. They probably have something. That last card... They have something off that last card. Not fold recluse. I like it actually if our opponent blocks like this. They might have a kill spell for the Glade Walker. You know what? That's kind of fine. Frostbite, yeah, they had it. Yeah, trade it off for now. Activate. I probably should. Oh, yeah, it's equip. Ooh, it's equip tree. So, yeah, I didn't like how we threw all those resources there. It looks like our opponent's sandbagging spells. Not so great for us. I am willing to just swing with just the Recluse this time. Yeah, because it will get the double block. I'm trying to think if there's a pump effect. There's definitely a pump effect if our opponent invested green. Okay, no, there's no pump. There was no pump. Let's also check if this is... No, it's not sorcery speed, so we can pass. We can wait for our opponent to do the removal thing before making it. However, I'm not liking this position. Well, thankfully our opponent... Oh, they do have a Portal. Can't be Starnheim Unleashed. He has not allotted white mana. So thank goodness for small blessings. Also note, this is any target. So I'm actually going to wait it out. Opponent goes Demon Bolt. Okay, that's fine. Opponent blocks. I'm actually going to hold this as long as possible. Yeah, I'm willing to trade the token off. So we'll make a token. Cheap equip. Let's see. Play the land. End the turn. I could have burnt the Semphar Shadow Sage Haggy Mob. Okay, so I'm not attacking anytime soon. But we do have another one of these. Okay, not quite yet. If our opponent attacks, we will be able to chump block with... Chump block at least. Opponent... Okay, he's gonna go for it. Opponent's gonna go for it, not necessarily he. Hey, And if it gets any combat tricks out of their hand, I'm so all for it. Okay, that's one way to kill both. Hit an Arnie Broken, bro. Hold on. You may change to 1 plus the greatest power. It's gonna be a wait. This tree. No, I'm not gonna cast it actually. We're gonna end the turn here. Basically, because the most I can get this up to is a 4, or what? And it's just base power. Opponent's finally played everything out. So, we'll pass. cast Arnie. And this is among other creatures you control. So I actually want to play the Rune of Might onto the token. Oh, I should have played on the enchantment. Oops, that's a mistake. Okay, minor mistake. That's not a minor mistake, it's a big mistake. So Finn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Yep, that's how I figured the math would go. So I want to see how our opponent blocks. Actually, that's probably the smart block because I goofed up on that one. I should have put it in the equipment, then move the equipment over. You know what? Let's keep Arnie alive. I should have cast that first though. That was a mistake. Also, the other mistake is dropping the Rune of Might on the Shapeshifter when I should have dropped it on the bow. Opponent probably has a kill spell. Blizzard Brawl. Forced block. Forced bolt. Oh, we actually have Trample. Oh, I could have just dealt damage there. Okay. Oh well, never mind. So yep. So one thing that was being talked about is that there is an inordinate amount of complexity, and yeah, it looks like I'm starting to agree with it even more because there's so many small details that you're bound to miss. So so it's actually a concern because Strixhaven is also looking like a wall of text. Makes me wonder if we'll get to the easy times that is. Hey, first copy of Vega. Wonder if we'll get to the easy times that's the D&D Forgotten Realms set that's coming after Strixhaven. It's supposed to be a core set replacement, but we're gonna have to do a sanity check on the complexity as a result. But otherwise, yeah, we made a few mistakes too, so it's... we still survived though. Well, actually, the most important part is we did get some rares on the balance. Actually, okay, so... yeah, Foretell. I'm actually wondering if it's Foretell, then Svella, or just Foretell. Actually, it's starting to look like Foretell because I can foretell this, then be able to cast this. Then cast Svella, then cast off Foretell. Well, we're definitely Demon Bolting this one, though. Quick. I'm also concerned that there's the snakeskin. No. So I'm actually gonna pass first. Yeah, cause the counters don't do anything unless it's a 10. So yeah, opponent seems to be stuck. So we're gonna just bolt it now. Yeah, we could have saved ourselves a little damage, but so be it. And since our opponent's not doing anything, we're just gonna cast the Dwarven Reinforcements now. Opponent might legitimately be stuck. Oh, they discarded Narfi, so they're not that stuck. I'm gonna cast a Hagi Mob first. So our opponent's playing triple colors, but they're actually short on lands and colors. Okay, they hit their blue source, but it's a bit late. We're missing our white source, so... Let's play Rune of Might first. Let's go all out aggro. Just take advantage of the fact our opponent is... Oh, okay. I was gonna say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, take advantage of the fact our opponent stumbled out of the gates. Yeah, a bit... Yeah, if it was not for the number of foretell cards that we're running, I would be really scared of our mana base too. I'd be scared of holding anything that's not at least triple mana. Also, even that single showdown of the skulls is there is a bit of concern there. We do have Svella as a way to fix our mana. We do have a Jaspera Sentinel as a way to fix our mana, but and we even have Alpine Meadow, but that's it. If we don't hit any of those, we have a dead card in our hands. Well, we do have our Jaspera Sentinel now. I will foretell this. So it's probably Sentinel, foretell, Elven Bow. Opponent gets first crack though. Okay, it's tap. It's blue-green, but it's technically just blue right now. Okay, now it's legitimately blue-green. And they have a foretell. So, shall we? So, we have... Well, actually, it's a little bit an off timing. If we have to burn something, it's... Actually, not too bad, actually. We can cast Elven... Okay. Sworn Effigy. So I'm gonna hold this a bit because technically I can block first then tap. Opponent goes Spirit of the Elder Guard. So I want them to attack first. They will hit one snow-covered source, so that's an issue. We will have Knotvine Recluse, but I'm probably going to lead off on Craven Hulk first. Okay, they did not attack, so we've got free reign to bolt. It's supposedly one of the best uncommons, so it's a good thing we got rid of that. Now I feel pressured to oh, I played the land already. So we're going to try our best to keep Jaspera Sentinel alive because our next play is going to just be cast Showdown. Hope to hit something cheap. Svella's not cheap. Opponent might have a counter spell, so that would kind of ruin this plan. Thankfully, it's an... No, they don't have a counter. So, okay, we hit land. And we hit the fin, so we will be able to play... We will be able to play these out. I will swing with the Craven Hulk, if only to get our opponent to start block. No, opponent did not block, so that's interesting. Looks like our opponent has a plan. So definitely Mountain Provoke. Remember that we can use it to snipe someone. Opponent goes Ice High Troll. They only have one snow-covered source. They realize I'm just gonna snipe this, right? Let's put the counter on Finn. Basically, if you can boost this toughness, it's great. Well, let's play the Knotvine Recluse. I'm gonna play this Vela first. Spread the love a little bit. Opponent's just taking it. I think they have the reset spell. But how many cards? I think you can only bounce 2 cards with that. No, opponent just conceded there. Okay. So yeah, Showdown's doing really good work. I'm actually so glad I'm doing this now. And to think that the Showdown card is the splash card because we eventually decided to ditch our white. It's still a good play. It's still a good play in the long term. Because if we look at most of our white, like our only good spell is really the Axeguard Braggart and the Starnheim Courser is a maybe. But eventually the issue was that most of the white cards we were getting were only good if we can cast 2 spells. As in, like, that was really what it's there for. If you can't get into that, if you can't get a broken cast 2 spells white black deck or even white green, it's possible if you get enough low drops. But if you can't get that set up, you can forget about it. You're probably just better off playing. Actually, we're really more Gruul mid range than Naya mid range. The one white kit is really just for Showdown. Okay, so well, technically this is a 7 drop, so I'm not concerned about that. I am concerned that we are running 2 mana. We do have Foretell, so this is probably where we get burned by our mulligan decisions. Without these cards, this is an auto mulligan. Yeah, let's acknowledge the cat. You know, we have a bear. We're just waiting for a bull pet so that we can have bulls versus bears. Opponent taking their time making a decision. Could be something's up. Something's weird. Something strange in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, I can't exactly call anyone there. Unbelievable. Someone went on stream, posted asking for friend requests. I sent a friend invitation. Guy doesn't respond. What the heck? Anyway, we've got Scorn Effigy turn 2, which is perfect enough to block this one. Yeah, we're just gonna double barrel cast these. So the assumption is our opponent has some sort of pump. Okay, wait. I need to double check the casting cost of that Mammoth Stomp. Hold on. Mammoth Growth. It's 2 and a green. So our opponent technically could have it, but our opponent did not have it. So it's tempting to swing, but I would not be surprised if our opponent had a defensive trick, so I'm actually gonna wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack. Opponent's not putting pressure, neither am I. Though that's probably sounds horrible. I probably should be putting pressure. We could do Maskwood. So I will have a choice next turn if I go for the Maskwood Nexus or if I just drop the Dwarven Reinforcements. Opponent has Revitalize. Okay, decent start. Yeah, but we're not putting any good pressure here, so there's a good chance opponent has a way to pump stuff, so actually, you know what? If I was afraid of that Mammoth Stomp, I should have swung first anyway, because the worst that could okay, Ice High Troll, but no. Okay, that closes it. We have our own Jaspera Sentinel though. I will play the Sentinel because we do need to start hitting extra mana. I can swing with these two. Our opponent can yeah, let's go for that. We'll see how our opponent either... Okay, that's the safe one. They could have chosen to block with Story Seeker also just to trade those off, but opponent probably not gonna do that. They're probably gonna just sack this, pump this up. What's this? Put a +1 on each of up to 2. So this becomes a 3/3. This becomes a 3/4. I will have to decide which one to block if ever. Opponent's deciding if they want to crack it now. And this is activate only as a sorcery, so I guess they're not going to crack it now. They can't even crack it end of turn either, so they have to really decide how they want to spend their... How to spend that tempo. They're gonna spend it now on a foretell though. So we got... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I need to hit this eventually. But my gut is saying we need to have something big coming. Something big is about to come up. So I'm gonna just cast the Grizzled Outrider first. So far, our opponent hasn't put any pressure by enchanting either of these. My concern right now also is that it's possible our opponent could snipe this Iron Verdict. It's not a feel great to Iron Verdict at just Bear Sentinel, but it's there. We do need to start hitting our other mana though. Like, I would love to... Well, hit... Opponent goes Doomscar Oracle. They have a second spell that just gains them life, so it's a good tree too, but it... Okay, there's a token. Counter, sorry. So, definitely not swinging with this. I could swing with this. It ends up trading with these. But our opponent's probably also showing Mammoth, so... let's hold in a little bit. Feels weird that I'm holding, but that's how it goes. It's also sad that I can't... Yeah, I should have done this earlier. Yeah, because we want to start hitting Svel at this point, even though two of our biggest spells are up here already. I just realized also it's gonna actually be awkward if you hit okay. If they swing now, okay, so the most they could make this is an 8/8. Yes, I figured they had that. So they gain a ton of life, but that's about it. But there goes their big gun, so we're actually kind of okay with that. Next turn, I'm going to just... Well, we're actually waiting for them to drop their big gun also, so that's a problem. Like, if they're focused on... Oh, they're looking at their graveyards, not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can hit 7 mana next turn. So that should allow us to drop a Cinderheart Giant, which should match up with almost anything our opponent has to drop, as long as it's not flying. Master Scald. Okay, cast without value. Okay, we actually hit 8 mana, but we're gonna go for the big Cinderheart Giant first. I'm probably gonna end up just swinging with Cinderheart Giant at this point. We're pretty much waiting for a scenario where we can kind of overwhelm our enemy. Code spell Cleric. Ugh, 1 spell. If you're casting this, that means you don't have a real second spell. Oh wait, struggle for Skemfark. Hold on. And our opponent only has one snow covered plane, so you know what? We're gonna... Our opponent might have another one, so if they have another Mammoth Growth, well played. Actually, no. If they have another Mammoth Growth, we can... We still essentially snipe it. We're gonna wait one turn. Or... So we can now decide... Though I probably should not have bothered casting this, because I need to... Because I'm probably gonna end up spending more mana casting off Svella instead. It'll depend. If we draw lands, we go cast Svella. If we have something else, we will probably just cast... Okay, we drew lands, so we're gonna cast off Svella. Okay, that's a good one. So if I swing with this... It has trample too, so our opponent can't accept... Our opponent has to kill it. Sigrid got favored. Ooh, they had that. Okay. So we will also be spending... How many X cards do we have? 1, 2... We have 2 shots at it though. Opponent probably sacks this to beef up something. I would... The 5/5 Scald... Let's see... 1, 2, 3... They take out 1 token and 1 creature. Preferably the other token, but I'm okay with losing the Scorn Effigy at this point. Actually, losing the Scorn Effigy means I get another shot at this. Also, take note, this is only sorcery speed, so... Yeah, go for that. Okay, Guardian Gladewalker, so... Gives us... I'll make this a 3/5. I don't want putting it in tokens because... no, I'll put it in token. Opponent probably takes... They have like they have like double their original life total. Also note that's 3 mana to make. Okay, opponent's just gonna take. So you have to be careful of pump effects, especially if they decide to attack with this one. We might as well just throw a token in front instead. Bound in gold. Fine. So we don't get to... okay, can't activate the ability anymore, so... Well, there... So I actually have multiple options. I can just make an ice token, then make... Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. There's a slight anti-timing, but we'll do it. So we have to cast all the cards now. So, Arnie. Let's put it here. Now playing with Goose. Let's protect our Jasper Sentinel for some reason. We have 4 mana up. So I'm actually going to send Arnie in. Let's not send that one in, but we will send this one in. It's a trade. Is this a trample? No, it's just haste. So, trigger. So it's just a straight trade. And yep, we'll end the turn there. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So so we can actually make a token, then make a token. We're just making tokens. Opponent's flooded. Kind of, I feel bad for our opponent, slightly. We got ourselves a Finn the Fangbearer. So this is our last +1/+1. We'll put it on here. I'm not swinging to this one yet. But basically, we're just trying to put as much pressure. Yeah, that's the problem with this one. Like, if you have a very good... This was very good if our opponent could drop it early. At this stage, it's a bit late. Well, it's not a bit late. It's very late. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2... Okay, so we can't do both. The only interesting thing is I don't have to do it now. I can just kind of wait. When it hits Sculptor. Oh wow, they played it. They were expecting to have that game. They didn't get it. Yeah, let's just cast a spell. Rune of Might, provoke the trolls. We'll provoke. That gets it back. Let's move the land, play the Graven Cult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually cast Svella again. No, opponent's not gonna bother waiting for it. There we go. Yeah, so... Yeah, they basically... There's actually a discussion that... Not all the well, usually draft archetypes, they're not created equal. Some will be better than others. But but it's pretty much established that a lot of the super early aggro ones are not so great. Or rather, they're great if you can get the sequence going, but what happens if you don't? Like, our opponent had a lot of code spell clerics, but what happens if you don't cast them at the right time as the second spell? You're just... Actually, there's that one turn, our opponent could have sandbagged that to get a little extra value. They didn't need to drop it immediately. They probably were concerned that I was going to swing right away. But yeah, actually I'm starting to realize now Kaldheim is a format that emphasizes your ability to interact. So that's kind of why I did the pivot to red and pick 2. Pack 2, like I was not going to just rely on Iron Verdict and King Harold's Revenge. So this one's definitely keepable. I probably would not play the Rune of Might on the Sentinel. So what I could do is... No, I'll probably just play this turn 1 anyway. I don't need the mana that early. And by itself, it's not going to make mana anyway. It needs support of another creature. So I might as well just set the mana up. Worst case scenario, I just enchant the land with this. Yeah, I have to remember, enchant the bow, not the creature. So Next turn, just Pair Sentinel. Next turn, not Bold Recluse. Opponent running red and black does not enthuse me. I should assume that a lot of my creatures are gonna die. But just we're hitting mana. And we already have the white mana, so I don't have to worry about our Singleton Showdown. Unfortunately, this does not ramp by itself, but yeah, it's fine. So next turn, not Void Recluse. Turn after that, it's either Warden or Provoke. Rune of Might is plausible on the not Void Recluse, but no, that's a super feel bad. Removal's super efficient now. That's another thing I've learned from this format. How much time have we been spent? We're actually at over an hour already, so we're doing reasonably well. Opponents on the tank right now. I hope they're not on the tank because they're not. No, they didn't break their drop. Sometimes it's called real life. Like someone's calling your attention, you need to do something. Opponent plays Horizon Seeker. So our opponent can swing and kind of ramp though. Well, it's not ramp right now if they swing, but let's assume our opponent has removal for this, so sad day for us. I will need to decide if I want to Provoke or Craven at that point. Okay, it's an auto block. We'll see if our opponent has a pump effect. If they do, nope, it's just a quick trade. They might have flyers. Please be a cheap one though. Inferno Head. So this gets a +1/+1 counter. I'm gonna lead off on Craven Pump first, because the worst that this gets is a 3/3 that gives me one chance to Provoke. I will have to be careful if our opponent drops 2 spells, it's super unlikely they'll have the mana to protect this. Oh wait, it's a 4/4 if they pump it there. Yeah, so oops, I kind of goofed that one. Okay, well, no blocks. So I'll actually play the Great Warden first. Since we're kind of racing, I'm actually gonna... So that would incentivize removal on the Hulk at this point. So we're gonna take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, wow, that's a big one. Also note that this is a +5/+0 pump if we need it to be. That's fine. Okay, so go down to 7. Oh, the land drops are real. This can't block alone anyway. We're dead if we leave it behind, so I have to actually not attack. We have to go defensive. So what I can do is I can block with Sentinel, then Provoke. Please don't have Trample though. If our opponent snipes the Sentinel, then we can't... Oh, that's fine. Oh, opponent's holding back. Okay, if they're holding back, I'll hold back too. Ah, come on. Yeah, this is how we lose though. If we just draw a fistful of lands, we probably... We have one shot at surviving, but that window is coming to a close. Also note that if our opponent does get this to fly, it is a 5/5, so I might end up just blocking it. Against all other sense, I'm just gonna pop it now. We got our own no dwarven reinforcements, so... Again, if as soon as our opponent gets this to fly, we are in real trouble. Spirit of the Altar Guard. Ooh, best. So far, it's only a 2/4, so not the best use of it, but it's still troublesome. Under provoke. Okay, come on, eat na. Have dinner. Yeah, that's. Yep, that's Mochi. He's having dinner. So yeah, we're gonna pass. Opponent definitely has something at this point. Okay, let's see how he attacks. The Serpent. Okay, so that ruins that block. So opponent could also have a run amok here, so that's a problem. So we're gonna pass the blocks. We're just going to block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to block one. Okay. Oh wait, opponent did not pump this, so we're still in trouble of losing though. Maybe this saves us? I doubt it. Let's see what we flip. Not so great. Like, I'm forced to play this one. And yeah, I might as well play this one. So at this rate, I am throwing this under the bus. I'm blocking. I'm taking 1 damage. Wow, so close. Depending on what we draw next, I might not get the Cinderheart Giant anymore. Infernal Pet again. But it looks like our opponent's gas might have dried up a bit. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 plus 5, that's 12. Well, no, that's pretty much, if you have a pump effect, that is the optimal play no matter what. Yeah, you might be, you might be smoking a bit much, but... I wish there's a way to preview... I think our opponent does have an effect that they still want to play. If they have it, they have it. Oh, they're holding back. Eh? I did not mean to scare them. Okay, so there's 2 options here. I can play the Hagi Mob, but it's more likely to get... He'll play the Cinderheart. Pump a counter here. Unfortunately, I can't equip it onto that. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we did not scare our opponent. I think our opponent did not want to trade 1, knowing that... But in all honesty, getting us down to as much damage as possible is probably the best idea. Well, I sincerely doubt we're going to catch up at this rate. We would need to hit... Let's see... We have one Demon Bolt. We have another Provoke. Opponent's Skull Rates to draw 2 cards. So, yeah. Did they hit it? They didn't hit it. So I'm gonna cast Vela. This puts another counter. We'll put it here. And for safety, we're going to equip. Still can't attack. But we do have 8-9 mana now, so we can just keep casting off Svella end of turn if our opponent lets it live. We're just Grizzled Outrider. Okay, just dropping up big guns. Esika's Chariot, that gives it a flyer, but we can now block it. But Esika's Chariot is a problem. Like, these tokens are going to keep proliferating. Okay, so I'm actually going to just play the land, no attacks. We'll cast it after blocks. That's the best thing I can think of. We're probably still dead at this point. In fact, our opponent can just swing with everything, ignore the Chariot. Well, actually, we're still dead at this point anyway. They have more than enough. So my best bet is to block, then hope hit removal. If it's a creature, we don't get it. Actually, squash. Okay, so we have no choice but to cast now. Yeah, neither of them's gonna do it. Yeah, that's good game. Yeah, we let our life total go dangerously low, and we did. Well, we did hit Showdown. That one dug us out of out of that pickle quite a bit. I'll be right back. I need to return this dog bowl. Yeah, I'll be right back. Give me a second. And I'm back. I actually got a little something extra. So currently 1 loss, not too bad. This is actually probably the best we've done in Premier Draft, if I'm not mistaken, so I can't complain too much. But still, but yeah, as you can see, there is really an onus for reaction at this rate. Okay, this one's super scary. We don't get to cast anything until turn 4, but oh wow, we had the Showdown. However, a lot of our early creatures are green. So unless we have something to foretell, we're literally doing nothing for 4 turns. I'm not gonna take that risk. Okay, I'm more willing to take this risk. I'll bend the Cinderheart. So it's turn 2 Dwarven, turn 3 Elven Bolt. Or not. Or Recluse. We could also bin Showdown since we're so far from casting it. Opponent's also is playing a 3-color special. Berserkers. Getting off the big guns. This has first strike, so we're not blocking this anytime soon. So the moment our opponent hits 5 mana, this is a problem. Opponent probably has a kill spell for it anyway. No. Okay, that's one problem down. Fateful. I will probably use this to block this one. Okay, so we hit our 5 mana. Though at this rate, I probably should have let this die if I knew I was going to cast this. I was considering actually casting this. But yeah, sniping that Dragonkin Berserker is a big deal. Okay, now we can let it die. Oh! No, sorry. I'm supposed to let it die. Hold on. Let's see if our opponent finally does respond with this. Yeah, I never expected to use the struggle that way. Okay, so let's assume this is either Demon or Poison the Cup. Demon Bolt or Poison the Cup, that's my first guesses. Jarl is also an issue, so we will actually sacrifice this. I kind of wish we had one more mana. Like, this is going to eat the Disdainful Stroke. Oh, thank goodness it didn't. So we're going to still hold. This could also just be a rat. This could also be the rat effect, like what's it called, Squash or something? If we can hit the Crippling Fear, okay, that's fine. Oh, Maskwood Nexus saves it. Maskwood Nexus! Maskwood Nexus! Here, I'm hovering over this one so that you know what's up. I'm so gonna... So it doesn't matter, this is also an elf. See, token creature all. You're still hovering over them. I'm hovering over here, I'm telling you which one to look at. Oh my gosh, someone's gonna... Yeah, he figured it out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, as you can see, there is way too much complexity here. Yeah, we definitely will block. Opponent could have a run amok here, so... No, just trades. Ooh, nice mills. Wait, what did you know? Land. Oh, nice mills. So that's fine. So I actually want to just foretell this. Offer the trade. End of turn, make a token, then just Dwarven Reinforcements. We're gonna just start making tokens. Yeah. We are still hitting a lot of lands though. Looks like our opponent has something. So end the turn. Always make at end of turn. Opponent hits a Scamfar Shadow Sage, so well that stops it. Well, basically it just means I'm not hitting for as much damage as I would, and I'm not gaining board presence as a result. But you know what? That might be fine. Just Bear Sentinel's perfect. Opponent, please don't counter that. It's a 1-2. Why would you counter that? That's expected. Yeah, mask with Nexus. Oh, opponent is flooding. Oh my gosh. I don't know for. Yeah, it's more likely our opponent's flooding. Or our opponent has a disdainful stroke, which would be annoying. Yeah, we'll cast first. Okay, that might be a disdainful stroke, so well played if it is. No, letting it go. Scorned effigy, scorned effigy. Ooh, okay, so these are not in our hand, so we cannot foretell these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 5 mana right now. Let's just cast the big one. Opponent's just diligently eating stuff. Yeah, Showdown saves the day again. Well, we'll see. Opponent has to feed the serpent. Okay, so that's fine. So we got 8 mana. Another Shadow Sage, so they gain 2 or they ding us down. Okay, they ding us down. So what we can do is... Hold on. We will... So the Jara Glade Warden. I'm gonna put in the Jasperis Sentinel, even though this is never gonna attack. I'm gonna put this on Shapeshifter token. Still gonna attack with everything. Yeah, most likely our opponent splits the blocks. And we can actually still make a token end of turn. Hopefully we do get some extra spells here. Yeah, this is really meant for constructed, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, opponent has a kill spell? Nope, they don't, so... Doesn't really matter what... Actually, not too sure. It doesn't matter which one I tap. Squash. Yeah, it didn't matter. Our opponent had it anyway. We do have a Finn now, so we're just gonna pump this one here. So I can swing with 1, 2, 3. Opponent has to block these two. These two slip. Opponent's gonna eat one, just block the other. That's fine. That's good. Nexus doing the work. Now I can relax. Maybe. There we go. Finally had it figured. Well, more along the lines of everything coming to alignment, and this is also everything aligned in pack 3 moment. Like, I got the Showdown in pack 3. I got all my rares in pack 3 for that matter. Let's double check. Yeah, we got Showdown pack 3. We got Nazgûl Nexus pack 3. We got Svella super late. We got Arnie pack 3. We got this one on the Runabout pack 2, but not really relevant here. We actually have only 2 Provoke the Troll, so we have to, so let's verify that. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of removal. But what would I cut? I guess I could cut the Guardian Glade Walker. That's the weakest one of the bunch. I'm adding another Provoke here, even though I probably shouldn't. Alternately, I can just cut the... I could just cut this one Scorned Effigy instead. Yeah, we'll do it that way. No, we're trying to lower our reliance on green mana. There. Though it does mean we can probably afford to adjust the mana a bit. I'm gonna add one mountain. Because the last trouble hand we had was like what, triple forest, so we're more likely to get in trouble with too much green than too much red. A little bit got caught up my throat. Oh, I should always have the water nearby. But not bad, 5 wins. Doing well. Okay, good setup. We can do Finn turn 2, Scorned Effigy turn 3. I probably just played the Finn turn 2 because there is some artifact removal. Not often. I don't know how relevant it is that often, but let's see. But yeah, I'm probably gonna just play the Finn turn 2, especially if our opponent leads on that. So our opponent's saying that they're kind of controlling, though it's more likely to be flyers or a lot of good stuff. Opponent foretells. But now we're stuck with a mana problem. We drew all our top end cards. Also note we can hit our opponent 4 times, but if our opponent manages to deal with this afterwards, it does nothing. So I might as well swing. Yeah, they're gonna just block it like that, see? They're just semi-fine. Because poison can be inordinately scary. It's a lot scarier than it actually is. What's scarier is that we need a 4th land and we're not hitting it. That's fine, we can trade. Oh, we hit the 4th land, so let's see if our opponent actually has the snake skin. They probably do. Yeah, snake skin failed. So no attacks. Well, that blows, but opponent beholds some. We can do the Jar Glade Warden next. Ooh, that was good for our opponent if they got to bottom out 2 things that they didn't want to draw. I wouldn't mind playing Haggy Mob next, but my actual plan would be more along the lines of casting Glade Warden. Okay. I might just have to cast this first. Next turn we set up the Glade Warden. Yeah, I probably could have swung first, waited for the opponent to do this Snakeskin Veil, because we were trading anyway. Yeah, that one's not the fault of the game. That one's an actual misplay. So take note, if I swung with this, how does our opponent trade? Okay. So next turn we can start. We can pump these. We can pump these a total of 2 times so far. It does eat up a lot of our mana, and I kind of want to do this also. So yeah, mana management becomes an issue as well. Opponent's hitting all their colors. In fact, if things are going really bad, our opponent can, let's see, blue, white. This is white double blue. Yeah, they can. Okay, so let's pay attention. What are their snow-covered lands? Just this one. Okay, there's a Craven Hulk also. Can't block alone, so I'm technically bound to make a bad block just for this. Also surprised our opponent hasn't started swinging in with this one, but it would have been minor differences. Okay, opponent going for the card draw. If I swung with this, it probably just trades with the Recluse anyway. Okay, there's another 4 example. Okay, our showdown, but I kind of want to play all the other stuff first. Like, I can play this, maybe hit some lands with it. If I don't hit lands, it's gonna feel bad. Ooh, okay, we hit lands. That's a good news. Okay, so next turn, Forest, Reinforcement, Sentinel. We'll start vomiting our hand at this point. Opponents, okay, looks like a 4 colors. Oh no, this is probably just for snow. All of the imposters, so they get to snipe 1 creature. Is this an exile effect? It's an exile effect, so we're going to wait. Struggle for Scamfar. Okay, so it has a big nasty creature. Has 1. Okay, has 1 mana up, so I probably want to pump this. Then I want to pump this and swing. Basically, I want to. I can also go sideways here. So I want to swing with this one. I definitely snipe the Avalanche Caller at all costs. If he blocks with just the land, it's fine. Okay, so we... Oh, I forgot that he didn't swing with that. Okay. That's 1 less land, not so great. Our opponent might actually stop swinging with this, so... We probably start spreading the love. I might just put the token here so that this one is the obvious one. We play Maskwood Nexus. Opponent really wants us. Yeah, they're down to 1 land that can be activated for that purpose. So opponent will exile the Scorn Effigy. Unless they had to wait to see. Yeah, I was supposed to be running a copy of that, but I think I ended up doing something else. So we'll see how much our opponent pumps this. We're gonna take the hit. Our opponent can only pump it once though, so it's like 5... Oh, he's not gonna pump it. Foretells. Hold on. I need to do a mana check. Opponent digging for more cards. My plan is pretty much just to swing with Cinderheart Giant. Oh, what's this? 7 damage at random, so we could actually snipe a Mistwalker that way. So the plan is to make sure I have enough damage that I... So this one, give it +5, so this was 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, bound in gold. Yuck, that's a problem, and I have no way of sacking it. If I block it, he doesn't do anything. 6, 5. So I actually want to just make another... Yeah, we'll make another creature. Ourselves an Elven Bow, so we have a free block. They might have a Snakeskin Veil. Okay. They did have a Snakeskin Veil. Oh well. Next time I should just aim at the opponent. But we do get to make 1 free token and block with 1 token. Saru's Packmate. Okay, drawing cards like a boss. We're getting there, but it's a bit sketchy. We could have actually tapped that token. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one, but it is what it is. Oh, we did have a struggle for scam. Oh wait, hold on. I need this to die. It's an 8/7, not gonna die easily. I'm trying to see if there's another creature I can put this on that makes more sense. Like, this is a 3/4, it becomes a 4/5. I need to snipe that one actually, so there's no way around it, sorry. So now we're living off making tokens. We already used our 1 showdown, so we need a lot more gas at this point. Opponent has another Avalanche Caller, but so far only 1. Okay, let's do a double check. Yeah, only 1 snow-covered land. Our opponent did draw more cards than we did, so we could kind of win that way. I don't like the idea of that though, because it's a good way to get killed, but we have to wait it out a bit. We're not going to survive a crackback, so until we can pare our opponent's board down, this is what we've got. Also need to check, do we have any other big stuff? We have one Grizzled Outrider, and no way to grow it now. Yeah, we used up all our cards that can grow it. We have Removal, which we can use basically on some of these. Okay. I'm suspecting our opponent has a way to give Trample. That would be a problem. Not one I can solve though. So definitely make an extra blocker. We will try to Morid of the Frost. He could copy the land. That would be an interesting play. That's probably the more likely one though. Okay, so first make. So we have this many blockers. So first we want to snipe this. We want to snipe this. We want to throw. Okay. That's probably not a great block. Yeah, that was not a great attack no matter how you dice it. So sure, I'm now staring down a 5-5 and a 7-7, but this is a 1-3 that does nothing. I just need to stop. I just need to draw some actual stuff. We're at 5, 9, 10. Yikes. We're 50-50. So now I need to hit something. Nope, it's a land. So I have to. So I'm going to be -1 creature. Yeah, that was a very good run as well. So we'll see if we can survive. Highly unlikely. Yeah, we were at 50% lands at this point. So we were not gonna crack that one quite yet. That was that run is sure very good timing. Super late, but that's pretty much when you want it the most. I guess I could have bought more time if I didn't aggressively trade. But you know what? I'm actually fine with the way things are. So we'll keep going with this. The opponent had very good hits. I would give them that. Like they were able to buy a lot of time till that late game. And yeah, it does verify that if you can get a cohesive snow... Was that really a cohesive snow deck? No, it does support that you can cast any color, go all over the place. Well, we're definitely keeping this one. Sentinel turn 1, Foretell turn 2. We can even cast something turn 4 if we have to. So... given this costs 0, this costs 1, I will just foretell this one. Wait, No, that's not right. Correct place to foretell this one. Reason being, I don't have reason to drop this yet. I kind of want to just play these two back to back. Opponent foretelling again. And they have a Spawn effigy. But my senses are tingling that I should hold the Demon Bolt. I could also just foretell this also, but you know what? Yeah, let's foretell this. Super greed. And if it's what does me in, it's what does me in. It enables me to do a Grizzled Outrider next turn if our opponent doesn't do anything. Augury Raven. Okay, no, that's a perfect snipe target. I can save this. I can save that. Hold on, let's play this first. Swing with this. And see if our opponent has anything else afterwards, because we can just Demon Bolt it if we have to. So it looks like our opponent's on the foretell plan based on the cards I've seen so far. Kaldheim Courser. I'm gonna try to bait this out. Unless our opponent's planning to cast it now. Raven's Warning. Creature. Okay, I guess we are bolting the Courser since we do need to hold that Sentinel to block. Now I'm willing to swing with these. Our opponent can jump block one, but the... Okay, he's letting it go as that. So our opponent's gonna get value from the third act. It's gonna take a lot for it to get value in the second act. To hold the multiverse. Wow. Well, to be fair, we haven't exactly done a lot of damage, so this kind of playstyle is actually fine. Opponent might just end up not attacking with this at all. Okay. Foretell. Yeah, they end up not attacking with it. So I'm still gonna swing with these two. I kinda want to play Maskwood Nexus, but I kinda want to wait for our opponent to get the card first. Just to make sure our opponent doesn't tutor for the perfect sideboard card against this. Might make them tutor for something else. Yeah, and there's no reason not to get a card. In fact, this is probably a good reason to leave some lands in your deck. Like, if you're having mana issues, this is probably one way to fix it. Though, I'm not sure if the game lets you grab basic lands, or if you have to have them already. So, in which case, maybe save a snow-covered island. I did not see it go. Is it hand? No, it's top of library, and I saw something go to top. So okay, so it's there. Opponent still foretelling like a champ. Good. So I have to assume that this one's going that our opponent's about to move this one. Oh, there's the Maskwood Nexus. Okay, here comes Iron Justice. Yeah. Yep. I figured they'd have Iron Verdict. Okay. I figured they had that, so I had to let it happen. So, not so sure if we can... Like, our opponent cast one Behold the Multiverse so far. And they have a second. Yep. Bound in Gold. Enchant... And its activated abilities can't be activated. You know what? We got... So at least it's not on one of our creatures, so we're gonna get one shot off it. It also doesn't lock out the creature alting, though that was more relevant in that matchup against Black-Red than compared to this one. Before drawing even more cards. I would love to hit Showdown right about now. So I'm definitely swinging with these two, that's for certain. Opponent hits an island. It's a struggle for Skemfar. Now, I don't know if our opponent can punish that. Well, to be fair, that was pretty much the best shot we got. So we'll see if our opponent has any follow-up afterwards. They need to play multiple creatures. Console carding. That's one creature. Because they're looking at three. That's an... Oh, the lifelink helps. So we're probably gonna hold until we can hit something. So not so great. Our opponent's gonna be able to build up again. Okay, got a Watcher. Well, we can block that. Got this Shield Mate and another Foretell. Let's see if we can... This is how we lose when we hit a slew of lands. So we're at 7, so we got 10 left. Odds are not good. We're slightly more than... slightly less than 50%, and when... So we're gonna have to take a few hits from these, which is scary considering these has Vigilance. Unfortunately, I need to commit the Recluse if I want to snipe that. Otherwise, I might have to just take the damage early for now until I can hit something. Another 4. Wow! How many? Our opponent must have been really aggressive in hitting Foretell. So let's do some math here. Oh, wait! Provoke the Trolls hits players. I was gonna do some combat math because I'm so used to these combat tricks hitting creatures, but I forgot it's any target. Oops. See? There's so much that you're not familiar with. But there we go. Okay, this is definitely gonna be our last match. It's either we finally 7x1 or we're still gonna be one short, but this is definitely our best performance to date, so still looking forward to stuff. Okay, so we're waiting for our last match. Wow, I did not... To think that I've gone through so many drafts. If you've followed me in my previous drafts, you would have seen disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. Now that we're winding down, and this is definitely going to be the last time I'll be doing Kaldheim, it lines up pretty well. And I've seen this name before, so I don't know if I should take it seriously. So we do... So this is sketchy, but we know we have multiple mana sources, and we get a Foretell, and we can hold on to this. So knock on wood. I probably shouldn't... Well, it's fine. Okay, we hit our red source, so turn 2, turn 3, both of them. Not bad. We got a plan. Opponent foretelling also, so shall we? So this is Elven Bowl into a token, not bad. So we get a little bit of first blood here. Interesting enough, if I get the creature that's big enough not to die. Okay, opponent's going for this one. So I can pump this, make this a 3/4. That makes this a 4/4. Okay, he's just gonna give both. He's just gonna give up the token too. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, minor things. But it does give us a creature in the yard for Lijara Glade Warden. More likely than not, because of this color combination, I should expect this to get locked down. For 8. Mask Vandal. Ooh! No tokens! But we do have a trick art up our sleeve. Let's see if our opponent respects this or not. Well, that's probably the only time we're going to get to do that, and in the long term, it's probably not so great, but... Stalwart Valkyrie... So we're taking... Okay, so not too bad. Got Hagri Mob. I'm going to play this one first. Because this gives us options. Like next turn I can play Glade Warden, then just dump the planes to equip it with the Elven Bow. Our opponent might have removal for this, so okay, so we're forced to block it. Not so great, but you know what, that's fine. We got our opponent to do it now. So we hit Showdown, but not now's not the best time to cast it. In fact, what I'll do is Glade Warden, equip. Opponent needs to have removal on their end. Yeah, he has a combat trick. If I don't do it, I die anyway, so I might as well trade. And that's a trade, so that's fine. So, not completely in trouble yet, but we're getting close to that. Oh, that will stifle things. So we'll Showdown. Okay, we hit. So I'm actually gonna hold this one, because if this is Mammoth growth, I lose. Elderly Mentor buy some time on the side. Please be one of those cast 2. No, it's not. So 1, 2. Oh, I should cast this one first. So no blocks because I used up my mana. I want to actually boast this one to snipe this. Give it a shot. This old Outrider. That's fine. That's fine. None of these have trample, so... Opponent has to block at least one thing. Ooh. So maybe this is where I lose. Our opponent has a pump effect on this one. Oh yeah, they did. Okay, that's good thing. So I did not do the math properly. I should have held one back. But that's my own fault. That's my fault. I can't blame the game for that. But other what? I can't blame the game. I can only blame myself. As you can see, lots of complexity here and there. But I should have seen that one. Like, I should have seen that our opponent was not gonna block with everything. But you know what? We got to 6 wins, so that's more than we've normally done. So I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this running. And yeah, I guess we get to close out Kaldheim on a high note. So there we go. That's it for this episode, the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Do check out the content. I'm not so sure what I'm going to be doing next. I might spend some time doing one shot at Brawl because I haven't done that in quite a while. Hey, finally got an Elvish War Master. Yeah, but I could have saved myself the trouble by holding one creature back. In fact, I could have held the... In fact, what I could have done is held the troll back because that's the biggest one. In fact, there's one other thing I need to check because there's so much card text that I'm missing out. Let's see. Provoke the trolls. Does it give... No, it's just 5 + 5 + 0. No trample, so I would not have benefited targeting my own stuff. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.